Here are some of my top tips to help when your kids won't stay on task in the morning, when you need them to do something, but they either ignore you or they take forever or they just want to keep playing their game. So the first thing to think about is the capability of your child. What can they actually do by themselves and what do they need help with? So we might think that our child can get themselves dressed easily in the morning, but they might still need a little bit of help, maybe just to take the t-shirt off their head or to buckle their shoe, that we haven't thought about. We just assumed that they could do it. So have a think, what can they actually do by themselves and what do they need help with? If they need help with it, it's a good idea to sit with them and go through the process together rather than leaving them to their own devices. The next thing to think about is, what has your child been doing before you've asked them to do something? And what's stopping them from keeping on task? So, for example, if your child is playing with Lego and you're asking them to get dressed and they refuse to get dressed, they just keep playing, think about what it would feel like for you if you were in the middle of a game and you got interrupted and told to do something straight away and you didn't even get to finish. So can you give them a warning? Can you say 5 minutes left and then we're going to get dressed? Take some interest in what they're doing. Let them show you their Lego and really try to have that connection with them first before ordering them around and bossing them around or telling them what to do. I always like with my boys to give them time to play in the morning before we get into the tedium of getting ready for the day. And I guess I have the luxury of, well, is it a luxury? They wake up super early and then we don't have to leave for school until about 8:30. So we've got about 2 hours in our morning routine. So that gives them a lot of time to play before we have to start the process of getting ready. And as well, the bonus of that is that I get the time to rest. I get the time to sit and have my coffee with them, maybe coming up asking me a few questions or being part of their game, but I don't have to rush into the morning routine as well. And that helps me stay calmer for longer, especially when they're not staying on task. So can you give them some time to play before the day begins? Or can you set some time before you go for them to play? So you might like the reverse. You might like to get them ready first thing in the morning and then give them time to play rather than the other way around. So have a think if that might work for your child to help them keep on task, that they've had that time to play, they've had that time of being a kid before they have to get into the reality of getting out the door. And my third tip is to really give them some input into what they need to do in the morning. So have them involved in the process of determining what tasks they need to do. You could get them to create their own chart and tick it off as they go. You could time them each morning and say, can you beat yesterday's time of how long it took? So yesterday was 10 minutes, can you do it in 9.5 minutes today? And that would be a really great way of getting them involved, having them to have a teeth in the game. That's what I was looking for. So that they can actually be proud when they are ready on time, when they are ready early. And I'm not saying give them prizes, I'm not saying give them rewards, I'm just saying make it a bit of fun. I've done some posts previously about, playing silly mummy and putting undies on my head and being a bit fun that way as well. So that's another great way that you can really make it the experience fun for them rather than just the tedium of getting ready. So there you have it, my top tips for getting out of the house, keeping your kids on task when you need them to do stuff. So have a look at their accountability. Can you give them some playtime before or after? And make it fun for them. Give them some accountability as well. Let me know how you go. I hope this helps.